When I get into spiritual conversations with people, I tend to ask two questions. First, I ask if they're near to God or far from God. And then regardless of how they answer that question, I ask them if I could show them a picture that's impacted my life. I think you would agree that we live in a broken world. There's disease, there's famine, there's war, there's all sorts of issues that we struggle with in our world. There's abuse, there's neglect. Our world truly is broken. But this is not how God intended the world to be. God had a perfect design in mind, where we would live in perfect harmony with Him and with others. But the Bible tells us that because of sin, we live in brokenness. Sin is when we do our own thing instead of God's thing. We go our own way instead of choosing His way. In the Bible, we find out that because of sin, we all deserve death. Now, as human beings, there's different ways we try to get out of brokenness. It might be education. It might be career or family. It might be things like addiction, destructive things. But whatever it is, we find out that those things snap us back into our brokenness and just remind us that we're broken and we have no way out. But God was not content with this situation. So He chose to make a way for us to come back into His perfect design. He sent His Son Jesus down into the world. Jesus lived a perfect life, and He died the death that we deserve because of sin. He didn't stay dead, however, He rose again, and He lives. And if we turn from our brokenness, and we believe that He is who He says He is, and that He did die that death that we deserved, we can come back into relationship with God, come back into that perfect design. And then we get to grow and follow Him. Even as we grow and follow Him, we get to go and find others who are living in brokenness and help them find the hope that we have in Jesus and come back into God's perfect design. So another question I ask then is, where are you? Are you living in God's perfect design? Or are you living in brokenness? If they say they're living in brokenness, I'll ask them, would you like to live in God's perfect design? Would you like to accept Jesus into your life and live in that grace and live in that wholeness of relationship with Him? And now I'll go ahead and pray with them to accept Jesus. So there you go. 3 simple circles, an easy way to share your faith, to share the gospel with those around you.